Marlon Davis, 6'4", 241-pound, 17-year-old. So the big boys are ready to get it on here at the Chaparral Center in Akron, Ohio.
I'm looking forward to this one. I want to see some bombs that's going to make their ancestors rattle from these guys.
Now Colin Taylor is in the red gloves, black trunks. Jawuan Howze in the blue gloves, green trunks, yellow trim. Both fighters are got to be a little nervous, both making their first amateur bouts. And we talked to Colin before, and he admitted he was a little nervous.
Colin said he was nervous, and Colin is graduating this year from Coventry High School, going to Akron U, and he wants to be a chef. So if he turns pro, he's going to be the culinary knockout artist.
Now, both fighters, for being in their first in-action, in-ring experience, they're overall not that wild, George. We've seen wilder pro fights.
We've seen a lot wilder pro fights, especially guys that went from tough man right into the professional ranks. You see the nerves, you see the little bit of longer shots being thrown from these guys, but they're also disciplined boxers, and you can tell they're trained.
Well, good first round so far. Taylor acknowledging the hits from Howze and lands a nice straight right hand himself.
That snapped his head back.
Taylor going to try to get that right hand again, and he is really looping that right hand and really holding that thing back when he goes to land. So that's going to be something he's going to have to work on, is that right hand and getting it there in a shorter amount of time and within a shorter distance out as well.
Yeah, he's pawing at his opponent a little bit too much.
He's backed Howze up into the corner, and that's not where you want to be, and Howze smartly turns away and gets back to the center of the ring.
Very impressive first round for two guys who've never been in the ring before, at least in a sanctioned fight.
And the first round is complete. We'll go into the corner first of Jawuan Howze out of Cleveland.
All right. Listen, over the top of that overhand, right. Step in with it to make it hard. Keep your hands up. Listen, that overhand right, same thing.
Where's the jab, man? I don't know, where the talent?
Right hand, don't swat.
Alright.
All right, not down.
Hey, keep your head up. Throw that straight right on his chin. That's where you hurt him. Yeah, you hurt him with that straight right.
You see that? You shook it off. Stay with the left hand, straight right. Left, right hand, left hand. When you start hitting, don't stop.
It's funny, George. You hear Dan and Sfab, who's also in the corner of Colin Taylor, tell Taylor, you know, watch when you land that right hand. You hurt him. And Taylor said, oh, I hurt him? Couldn't believe that he hurt him. But yeah, oh yeah, Colin. Looked like you got his attention there on that big right hand that you landed in the first round. Colin Taylor in the red gloves, black trunks. Jawuan Howze in the blue gloves, green trunks, yellow trim.
A jab from a 255-pound young man will hurt just about anybody. And you could hear Doyle Baird saying, stick with the straight right hand. That's what's working for you.
Wild right hand lands upstairs for Taylor, and back to the center of the ring, and Howze lands a nice three-punch combination to the head. Another two-punch combination lands by Howze, and looks like Howze is trying to work the combinations. Taylor's going for the one big shot to end things abruptly.
Taylor is cutting off the ring. I think Taylor needs to work a little bit on his defense when Howze comes in to try to attack him, but he's got him in the corner right now, and he's hurt his opponent again.
Yeah, got him in the corner, but did not follow up while he had him in the corner.
That's something Doyle Baird, I would not be surprised you might hear that in the corner after this round.
Now with the heavyweights, you knew stamina was going to take effect, and it's already come and taken effect here in the second round as both men are breathing through their mouths and appear tired.
You could see Colin Taylor pushing his mouthpiece out a little bit with his tongue to get some extra breath in between punches here.
And it seems just as Howze begins to land a couple combinations, Taylor just comes back and lands some big shots of his own. So this fight is entertaining for both fighters. Both fighters have landed some good shots.
This is a good fight to watch because you don't know what's going to happen next. Who's going to hit who or how they're going to react to that punch.
Nice body shot there lands by Taylor as well. So not only working upstairs, but follows that up with a nice punch to the body, and that's going to do it for the second round. We'll go into the corner of Colin Taylor, where he's trained there by Doyle Baird.
Don't let him knock you out. It's only he loses. Okay. Okay. Slow as water. Drink it. She's won this one.
Winning, really? Keep throwing them straight rights right at his chin. His chin is real high. Okay. Real high. Okay.
Wake up, man. Come on. They out there catching all them haymakers, man. Keep your hands up. You gotta put some on your punches, man. You're going too soft. Too soft, man. All right. Come on.
All you gotta do is step back and cock that right hand back.
Don't stop throwing when you catch it. When you catch it, keep catching it. Stop being lazy, man. They ain't trying to be lazy.
Here we go. This is the third and final round of this heavyweight bout.
So Push Davis telling his fighter, Jawuan Howze, don't get lazy in there. When you land some shots, continue to land those shots, George. Good advice there from Marlon Push Davis.
Very good advice from Marlon Push Davis. Taylor's corner told him that his chin's high, go after it, and he just did.
And the referee is not going to call that a knockdown, going to call it a slip, as it appeared that Taylor actually stepped on the foot of Jawuan Howze during that exchange.
Taylor did a little premature celebrating when he thought he had his first knockdown.
And he's got to conserve that energy. Doesn't want to celebrate too early. And now Taylor just pot-shotting, landing at will, but Taylor backs him up into the corner. It lets him out, though.
Looks right now that Taylor's defense is just pushing his opponent back. That might work tonight, but that's something that needs worked on in the gym.
Well, now Taylor's got Howze trapped up against the ropes. Referee George Nichols is going to warn Howze there for, I believe, ducking his head down.
A lot of rules in the amateur ranks that these referees pay very close attention to. Safety of the fighter is the most important thing.
Again, Howze backed up against the rope, does the smart thing, and spins off back to the center of the ring, where I think Howze is more effective. Lands a nice punch upstairs there with the right hand. Both men very, very tired right now.
Taylor, I think, is going to spit his mouthpiece out here at any second. Both guys are exhausted.
He dropped his hands. See him breathing heavily, trying to land one big shot, trying to land to end this fight abruptly. But I just don't think he's got enough on his punches yet to call this thing off. Both fighters in the center of the ring kind of just pawing at one another. Taylor lands a nice right hand upstairs. 1-2 lands from Howze just as the bell for the third round sounds, ending this entertaining heavyweight amateur bout. Colin Taylor out of Akron, Jawuan Howze out of Cleveland. Another entertaining bout. We've had 4 amateur bouts so far. All 4 have been entertaining. All 4 have gone pretty much either way. All the fighters have shown a lot of heart tonight and have shown a lot of skill tonight as well. When you're looking at Colin Taylor from Akron, 6'3", 255 pounds, 17 years old, 12th grader there at Coventry High School in Akron. And when he started out boxing, he just said it looked like it would be a fun thing to do, and he always wanted to do it. His favorite boxer, not one of the heavier guys. Favorite boxer is Floyd Mayweather Jr., the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now. Jawuan Howze, the 10th grader at John Marshall High School. He's 17 years old as well. His favorite subject there is English. He's been boxing for about 7 months. His favorite boxer, again, not a heavyweight, but a light heavyweight, Roy Jones Jr. So now with the official particulars, let's take it up to the ring announcer, Sean Matheny. Sean?
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I have the decision in this exciting heavyweight bout. Your winner and successful in his amateur debut, in